Is a celebrity. None of us is a poor person or a rich person, a Democrat or a Republican. We were just neighbors, just really helping each other.
Actor James Woods telling Fox he's not sure he has a home to return to. Fox Weather's Robert Ray standing in front of a home burning in Pacific Palisades.
This fire has burned over 17,000 acres, unfortunately, destroying over 1,000 structures, and that number could go up. 5 fatalities, as we know, 5 fires burning, 0% containment right now here.
Much of Malibu also burned down along with other communities. Another fire in Hollywood Hills is under much better control.
Last night, they were able to put helicopters back up and planes and drop water onto that fire. They have not been able to do that in areas like here, Pacific Palisades, in the past 24 hours plus because the wind gusts were hurricane force.
Well, that wind will be less forceful today. President Biden met with fire officials in Los Angeles, declaring a major disaster, before returning to the White House, where he then canceled a trip to Italy to meet with Pope Francis. But as Fox's Brooke Singman reports, former President Trump critical of California Governor Gavin Newsom and the president.
Trump saying, quote, the fires in Los Angeles may go down as the worst in the history of our country. He says, let this serve and be emblematic of the gross incompetence and mismanagement of the Biden-Newsom duo.
Well, the governor, a Democrat, tells CNN there are a lot of people suffering.
This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't.
Last night, President-elect Trump met with Republican senators at the Capitol, talking about how to package his agenda.
We had a great meeting. There's great unity. Whether it's one bill or two bills, it's going to get done one way or the other.
Now, today, the president-elect will attend former President Jimmy Carter's funeral at the Washington National Cathedral. President Biden will deliver the eulogy. America's listening to Fox News.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com. Connect to Fox News Audio on the Fox News app. Listen to hear your favorite hosts like Brian Kilmeade, Jimmy Fallon, and Guy Benson standing up for what's right, live and via podcast. Just click listen, then swipe right and hear the latest news updates on your time. And scroll down to hear the latest podcasts from Fox News. And it's even easier to listen in the car with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Get programming alerts and notifications. Fox News Audio is on the Fox News app. The voices America trusts. Download it now.
There is new damage in already war-torn Ukraine after a Russian missile attack on the city of Zaporizhia that killed at least 13 civilians, injuring 30 more. Today, for the last time while he's defense secretary, Lloyd Austin will convene a meeting with U.S. allies in the multinational Ukraine Defense Contact Group.
White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby says the group benefits America because
what happens to Ukraine, we very much believe, is in our national security interests.
Pentagon Deputy Press Secretary Sabrina Singh adds,
the UDCG has also been critical in bolstering Ukraine's defense capability and building a credible deterrence force.
The U.S. is expected to announce another $500 million in aid to Ukraine, leaving a little less than $4 billion in funds, which will roll over to the incoming Trump administration. Singh says DOD officials are not worried about aid ending because of bipartisan support in Congress. President-elect Trump has been critical of the money spent on Ukraine's behalf. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
This might be encouraging news for some parents saving for their kids' college.
Tuition to attend an in-state public university this year is averaging just over $11,600 in figures compiled by the nonprofit College Board. That's down 4% from a decade earlier when accounting for inflation. And when you factor in financial aid and grants for the average student, it's a much bigger drop, down 40% over the decade to less than $2,500 a year. That may explain why less than half of students attending in-state public universities are graduating with debt, down from 59%. The data shows tuition still rising at private colleges to an average of more than $43,000 a year, but rising at a much slower rate, 4% over the past decade compared to 68% over the 2 previous decades. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
On Wall Street, no trading on this National Day of Mourning at the stock market for former President Jimmy Carter. Coming off the mixed day, the Dow went up, the NASDAQ dropped. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee. where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A winter storm watch will be in effect for most areas from 6 a.m. Friday until the same time Saturday. That watch coming as the National Weather Service expects accumulating snowfall across the mid-state with 3 to 7 inches expected at this time. Putnam County EMA Deputy Director Tyler Smith says folks should expect travel impacts Friday and into Saturday, especially by evening rush hour on Friday. The U.S. Postal Service has suspended regular mail delivery and retail services today in honor of the late former President Jimmy Carter. The mail carrier will be providing limited package delivery. Carter's official state funeral will be held today at the Washington National Cathedral. President Joe Biden has declared today a National Day of Mourning. The Allgood City Council will consider an ordinance next week that would return the city to its former policy of appointing department heads. According to agenda documents, the ordinance would remove the language added last year that gave City Council final approval over the city administrator's appointments.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:06. Good morning, Sheila.
Good morning, Jason. It's going to be 34 for our high. We're a cold 17 right now.
34 is going to feel good later.
Yeah, it's going to be sunny, so it'll warm it up just in time for our storm warning.
Snowpocalypse.
Yeah, so it's coming tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Still saying anywhere from 4 to 8 inches.
Yeah, I think Rafferty said in the news then 3 to 7, but still.
Yeah.
You know.
And higher elevations could get more.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. So.
But I was reading from the Anthony Taylor, the Upper Cumberland weather guy, and he was saying this is pretty much a slam dunk forecast for snow.
So he's like, we're definitely going to get some.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get some. And, he was like, we're going to get snow. This is textbook on how it happens. So, he's still on it. I mean, everybody's like, yeah, this is for sure going to happen. So you got to feel.
Be prepared. Get your milk and eggs and bread.
From what I understand, in the morning, it's not going to be, it may have gotten started, but it's not going to be anything in particular. But by the time you get off work tomorrow, then it will be pretty treacherous. So you may have to call it early tomorrow, or I don't know. I bet they haven't yet, but I bet money they close schools.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to get them out just to have them leave early on treacherous road conditions.
They were out Tuesday.
Yeah, they're going to be out tomorrow, I would think. I mean, just for safe keeping.
That's right. A few things you need to know. What you got, Sheila?
Well, Tennessee Tech's Amy Brown, she is the director in the College of Education and Human Services, but she's also been named to the Tennesseans All Legends girls basketball team. That's like a who's who of Middle Tennessee all-time greatest female basketball players.
Oh, that's awesome.
She played for Livingston. And was just really phenomenal. And she was also an assistant coach for the girls basketball team for a while, and just a great player. And then still continuing her efforts at Tennessee Tech.
That's great.
So congratulations to her.
All right, Mini Burger.
Yes.
It's Mini Burger. We all love Mini Burger. Then another group came in and named it Scotty D's.
Right.
They were on again, off again.
They had some health problems.
And then they decided that, they weren't going to be Scotty D's anymore. So Mini Burger building was just sitting there. What to do? What's going to be in the new Mini Burger? Well, I can tell you, it's going to be Guatemalaco. It's a fajita restaurant.
That sounds good.
So, I mean, I'm willing to give it a try.
Yeah.
But now we know. Now we know for sure.
Now we know.
Guatemala. And I don't know if they're going to be tiny fajitas or regular size fajitas.
But you know what? Who doesn't like a good fajita?
I think it would be really funny if whoever these people are,
Like mini fajitas.
to offer mini fajitas.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool of them. Just an idea. I think that'd be awesome.
We'll find out when they move in.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to the retirement of Hollywood. No, she's a real person.
Hollywood.
Wood, 25 years with Upper Cumberland Electric Department. She's retiring from her role as Consumer Service Clerk Supervisor.
Awesome.
So congratulations
What
to
a
her.
cool name.
I know. And people have to look at her like, are you kidding?
I would never be able to walk past her without going,
Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood. Give me that smile, Hollywood.
I mean, 8 out of 10 times I call you Sheila Scruggs.
Yeah, it's like he can't say my first name without including the last name. Why is that?
I don't know. I surely couldn't do that with Hollywood.
You got to say, hey, Hollywood.
Oh, my
Hollywood.
The Chamber of Commerce, Sparta White County Chamber of Commerce have announced a date for their awards dinner. It's going to be February the 6th at Duck Pond Manor. You can get your tickets now. Big thanks to Herman Garage Doors, their platinum sponsor. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going.
Who is?
Me and you.
We are?
I believe so.
Well, anything at Duck Pond Manor is pretty good.
Somebody said something about it, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what happens a lot. You're like, oh, we're going. Okay. And I'm like, I am?
Yeah.
Just tell me in enough time so I'll know what to wear.
That's why people just need to tell Sheila.
Yeah, because if you tell Jason, he'll have the dates mixed up, the times wrong, not know what to wear.
I'll mean to be there. I will, but
until I get on to him or his wife, I mean, Donna makes you show up places too.
She'll need to know.
Well, the TBI is hiring. So now, Jason, I don't know if you have enough, trained ability for this, but they said they're looking for top agents to fill 5 special agent criminal investigator positions. It is in West Tennessee, though, but I thought
no, I'm out.
Still in Tennessee, but it's in West Tennessee. So if y'all are looking to move and you got that special training,
I don't think so.
This is where you'll send resumes, or you can contact them for more information. Tennessee Department of Human Resources. Their website, careerstn.gov.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you find out more information.
All right. Sounds like it'd be a neat job.
Sounds like it'd be a hard job.
Yeah. Everything is still on pace to have all the widening of Jefferson done by this fall. And I think that includes the on and off ramps.
Really?
Yeah. So everything is on pace according
that's
to
happening
CDOT.
quick.
Yeah. Well, they're already working on the off ramp.
Yeah.
At least one of them, and they're putting in some storm drain there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they're moving right along. So they just have these things they got to do, but then they'll start the widening, and they're saying that'll be done by fall, and that's amazing.
They're saying they'll be done by
see.
fall, but
I mean, it'd be cool if we could place bets on it.
yeah,
Or maybe it's not cool.
maybe. I'm thinking, well, what would I bet? Because, I mean, I don't want to just hand you over money. Cookeville Leisure Services Department, they introduced 2 new members of their team. Jaden Allen, she's going to be the marketing and communications specialist with Cookeville Leisure Services Department. Zach Summers, he's joining them as horticulturalist and landscaper.
Oh,
so 2 new employees there.
Well, that's awesome. That's all I've got, Sheila. You got anything else?
That's it.
You need to know. Your 2 cents is coming up. It's brought to you by Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
Name a cover of a song that you like better than the original.
First thing that comes to mind is My Maria. I like the Brooks and Dunn version better.
I totally agree. I didn't hate the other one, but Ronnie Dunn singing that and holding that note.
I think it's great.
I also like Up on a Roof better with James Taylor than the original. I think it was 4 Tops or 4 Seasons, or no, I wanted a 4 Seasons.
It says I recall that song.
Yeah. That's better. And, River. Y'all ain't going to like this about me because I love Joni Mitchell's version, but Sarah McLachlan did an even better job of that. I like her version.
Can't say as I recall that song either.
Huh.
Right, guys, we'll be right back. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Discover the savings at Freedom Pawn, located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta. We're not your typical pawn shop. Explore our extensive selection of jewelry, tools, gaming systems, knives, and guitars, perfect for any enthusiast. For the archery lover, we offer Barnett crossbows and other top brands. And don't forget, we're your trusted guns and ammo store with the best selection around. Visit us today. Just look for the Bigfoot in front of the store and see why Freedom Pawn in Sparta is your ultimate destination for great deals.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville.
Willow Window, making your home beautiful again.
The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Baugh, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Morning Cookeville.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's the coldest morning we've had in a while. Definitely the coldest of the year. What'd you say it was?
16 degrees.
16. Crazy.
But it's supposed to get up to about 35 with sunny skies this afternoon. That's going to feel like a heat wave compared to how it's been the last couple of days.
Right. Winter storm watch starts tomorrow morning, so we'll see how all that goes. Sheila and I will be here.
Yep.
Best of our abilities.
We're planning on being here bright and early.
Bright and early.
Keeping you updated.
That's
so
right.
Make sure you tune in. Also, a little later on at 7 o'clock, Mark Wilson from Tennessee Tech. He's the athletic director. We'll talk to him. And then at 7:30, Emma Stevens. She is with the Putnam County Fair. She is the fairest of the fair.
All right.
Going on to a Miss Tennessee pageant. She's going to compete in that.
Okay.
And then just a few other things she's going to talk to us about. So
Some of her initiatives.
That's right.
All right. That sounds good. Head over to News Talk 1077 and 1400 The Hub on Facebook. Sheila's got a question up for you this morning about cover songs. This one's hard.
Yeah, name a cover song that you like better than its original. And of course, this is brought to you by Freedom Pond on Mayberry Street in Sparta. They've got guns, ammo, gaming devices, anything that you need, even some jewelry, some other whatnots at Freedom Pond.
I'm going to go, and I'm trying to just think of covers here. And to be honest, I didn't know this was a cover until Prince died. Nothing Compares to You, Sinead O'Connor's is better than Prince.
It is. He wrote it and originally recorded that song, and then she just made it something special.
But I didn't even know that was somebody else's song until then. It was like, oh, well, I mean, it's good. It's Prince.
Yeah.
But Sinead O'Connor did a great job.
Yeah, Sinead will make you cry when you hear it. I think this one is a good one, too. Thomas said, Proud Mary with Tina Turner and Ike.
Oh, golly.
Because Creedence Clearwater Revival, they did the song first and wrote it, and then they took it and made it their own. I think if you do a cover song, you've got to do a little different instead of making it sound exactly alike.
And Tina Turner's version is,
jamming.
a whole new deal. Now, CCR can't be beat.
Yeah, now they're great. I love everything they do.
But what Tina Turner did with that song, plus the, watching her do it.
Yeah. Da, da, da.
With all the sparkles, and and her legs and arms just seem to be going everywhere.
And then still have enough breath to sing the song.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, pretty crazy. That's a good one.
Also, Patrick said Metallica's Turn the Page. They like that better than Bob Seger.
It's good. Who's the rock band that redid Simple Man? I can't think of who that was, but they did a really great job redoing Simple Man.
Oh, it seemed like it started with an H. I can't think, but they did do a great job of
Whenever
that.
I don't know who one of those bands are, I just always say Soundgarden.
But it wasn't Soundgarden. But somebody else said Metallica Turn the Page. Lynn said Elvis's Virgin. Oh my goodness, Elvis's version of Crying in the Chapel. She said it was originally done by the Orioles.
Huh.
So all of his gospel songs are some of my favorites by Elvis, actually. Knocking on Heaven's Door by Guns N' Roses. That was originally by Bob Dylan.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses, I think, did a way better job on it.
Also, I love, what is the Paul McCartney song they redid?
Live and Let Die.
I thought he did great on that.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
But found out he didn't have permission for that.
Well,
Guns N' Roses didn't.
I think that Guns N' Roses, if they would have stayed together, would have been the top rock band of all time.
Yeah, if Axl Rose would have taken care of his voice, not been as wild.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they'd have figured out the drinking and drugging and arguing and all that stuff,
They were a solid band,
but
though.
they didn't. I
Yeah.
think they would have been one of the top rock bands in history. Maybe the.
Really?
They'd have been with Led Zeppelin, I think.
Really?
I do.
Now, I do think they're one of the best, and they could have, but that says, how has Led Zeppelin been together this long?
Right.
Fast Car, which was originally by Tracy Chapman, that's done by Mark Combs.
No,
Luke Combs. I don't know how I said Mark. I'm just making up
Yeah,
stuff.
and then won awards for it,
Mhm.
and it was great, different, but great.
Yeah.
Both great in their own right, but he did a good job redoing that. Absolutely.
Johnny said Fancy by Reba. It was originally done by
The girl from Carol Burnett.
Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah, Vicki Lawrence.
Were the nights? No, wait. That's the nights the lights went out in Georgia.
That's
was done.
right, yeah.
Fancy was done by Bobby Gentry.
Okay.
And Bobby Gentry wrote it,
That's
which
right.
she's one of my
I'm
favorites.
Sorry, and I screwed you up on that shit.
That's all right. I corrected you. And then we've got
As
so
you
many.
often do.
No, you correct me more than I correct you. But then again, look at the product. Russell said Leonard Skinner, "Call Me the Breeze." He said that was a remake from J.J. Cale song.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Wow.
Then the Allman Brothers, Statesboro Blues. Blind Willie McTell was the original on that. Thanks for putting the original artist.
Yeah, I can't wait to go look some of these up because, I didn't know some of these. These are great.
Listen to Van Halen. You really got me going.
Yeah.
I thought that was an original.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he said the Kinks did that.
First, yeah.
And then Joan Jett, I knew this was a remake, and I think she does a better job on Crimson and Clover than Tommy James and the Shondells, which they're good. Yeah. They're really good, but she makes it cool.
Tommy James and the Shondells, Billy Idol's Moni Moni.
Yeah.
I think I like it better than Tommy James and the Shondells, too.
I do, too. I mean, they started all these great songs, and they did good, and then somebody else comes along and makes them even better.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can't beat the 80s. Come on.
No.
Butterfly Kisses by the Rabin Brothers. Butterfly Kisses, I forget the original artist on that. I know his name.
Bob.
That was his one-hit wonder song.
Bob. Oh,
yeah.
Geez,
that old Bob.
Jason, you know who that guy is.
He was a country singer, and that was his one.
Bob.
Bob, yeah. Our good old buddy Bob.
Bob and the McBobbers.
Toby said Amanda. You know, Don Williams did it, and then Waylon Jennings. I don't know who came first. I like both of them. Both of them give me a different feel on the songs. Yeah. But that's, I don't know which one came first. I think it was Waylon. Maybe
no.
I don't know, or was it Don first?
I don't know, but Waylon's is better.
Yeah, well, I like both.
I do too, but Waylon's is better.
And Sarah and Connie both said Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton.
But is that a true?
It's
cover.
I think it's same name, but it's not the same words as George Jones.
That's what I was wondering.
He takes like a line or two out of it, but it's not the whole complete song that George did.
I never put that in complete. It's not a
complete redo.
Right.
Yeah. Just like Jolene by Beyonce, not a complete redo. She wrote different lyrics to it, but she had permission from Dolly. But nobody's better than Dolly on Jolene.
Well, I noticed that nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, has put on there Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Because we feel, and everybody has this dilemma.
Right.
It is fantastic by Whitney Houston, but Dolly does a sweet, sincere, and she wrote it, and she's Dolly.
Right.
So it's hard for us to say.
So I was like, we know Whitney's version is good.
We know it.
It's good.
But it hurts me a little bit to say it was better.
It seems disrespectful.
We can't do that to Dolly.
If you put that down. I don't know why. But man,
it's making me feel like I'm palpitating even thinking about it.
Whitney Houston version is really great.
Really great.
And parts of it, parts of it are better than Dolly's.
Yes, but the sincerity of when Dolly did it, I like that. Like vulnerability. Say it for me.
Vulnerability.
Very good. Of Dolly, but the voice of Whitney.
Right.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right, coming up, we've got spoiler alert for you. It's the latest news in the world of entertainment and music. Also, yesterday we did a update on our Hub Plus app.
Yes.
So we've added on demand. So if you missed any of this great show, you can always go back and watch it on demand. You can also watch Cookeville Lifestyle Show on demand, the latest episode. Randy Porter, you can watch his show on demand right now. The latest Sunday morning service from First Baptist Church, also Engrafted Word, is on there, all on demand. And we'll be adding some more to that as time goes on, as we get better and learn about and are able to offer you better choices and more choices on the Hub Plus app for Roku. So we're real excited about that. So that was an update we did yesterday.
And we want to thank our engineer, Mike.
Oh, God.
I mean, we're still basically developing and working on this and trying to make it the best channel for local programming. Yeah. So you can watch it on your TV or your phone.
Right. Now, obviously, the on-demand stuff doesn't work on channel 192.
Right.
But it does
just the Hub app.
Just the Hub Plus app on Roku. You can find that on Roku by searching Hub space PLUS. That's HUB space PLUS. Spoiler alert up next here on Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila. Hang out with us. We'll be right back, guys.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Parole was denied on Tuesday to a man serving a life sentence for murdering a man more than 40 years ago in White County. District Attorney General Bryant Dunaway said parole officers took into account past conduct when denying parole for Kenneth Ray Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer killed Haskell Eugene Sparkman in 1982 after beating him to death with a large stick. A winter storm watch will be in effect for most areas from 6 a.m. Friday until the same time Saturday. The watch coming as the National Weather Service expects accumulating snowfall across the mid-state with 3 to 7 inches expected at this time. The state's average composite ACT score shows improvement, that according to data released Tuesday showing an average test score of 19.3%, a 0.3% increase over the previous year. In addition, the data indicates that the statewide participation rate for the 2024 graduating class was 99%. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The defensive MVP of the Fenway Bowl is transferring from UConn to the team he beat in the bowl game, UNC. Defensive lineman Bryce Yates had a sack and 3 tackles for loss against UNC in UConn's Fenway Bowl win. Now he's transferring to the Tar Heels to join head coach Bill Belichick in a growing transfer class. Yates originally entered the portal on December 13th, withdrew his name and played in the bowl game, and then entered the portal again on December 30th. In college basketball last night, the UConn Huskies fell to Villanova 68-66 after missing 2 free throws with 3 seconds to play. Eric Dixon scored 18 of his 23 points in the second half of the win. Elsewhere, Ole Miss topped Arkansas 73-66, Alabama beat South Carolina 88-68, and Indiana beat USC 82-69. In a battle of the top 2 teams in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers topped the OKC Thunder 129-122. Cavaliers have a league-leading 32-4 record. Tonight on UCR, we have 2 high school basketball games as the Upperman Bees host Stowe Memorial on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page, Pickett County plays Clay County. Both games get started at 6 o'clock. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank. The Fox Business Report is brought to you by Paul Winkler Incorporated, now with an office in Cookeville, creating confident investors. PaulWinkler.com.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Both the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ are closed today for a national day of mourning in honor of former President Jimmy Carter. Bond markets are set to close early at 2 p.m. Eastern. This after a mixed day on Wall Street when the Dow added 107 points, the S&P 500 gained 9, and the NASDAQ lost 11. European markets are mostly higher, while there was a lot of selling in Asia, where Japan's Nikkei fell nearly 1%. Bitcoin's dropping as treasury yields amp up pressure on risk assets, the cryptocurrency giving back all the gains it's seen so far in 2025. And Microsoft confirming to CNBC there will be a small percentage of jobs cut across all departments based on performance. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu. Invested in you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? It seems impossible to find them. Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
As of right now, we do have a winter storm watch in effect. This goes into effect about 6 a.m. on Friday morning and will remain in effect till early Saturday as we get periods of snow maybe 3 to 6 inches. I'd say this will likely be upgraded to a winter storm warning a little later on tonight. Of course, we'll keep you posted.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400,
Jason
The
and
Hub.
Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:35 now.
It will be mostly sunny today with a high around 35. We're at 16 right now, and there's a winter storm warning. It changed from watch to warning last night.
Oh, okay.
I saw that scrolling across the TV on some of our local
Okay, I didn't know if that
channels
was
out of Nashville.
somewhere else or if that was happening here.
No, there are closings that scroll across from local Nashville television, and I'd seen some closings that were happening for Friday or the next couple of days, like in the Nashville area. It said winter storm warning. And I'm like, it moved up because it was watch.
We've upgraded.
Yeah. So even Upper Cumberland weather guy, Anthony Taylor, he was like, it's happening.
It's happening. We're doing this thing. Stay tuned. Spoiler alert, some things going on in the world of entertainment and music. Jimmy Fallon's going to have Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx on tonight.
Those are two great guests.
Yeah, and Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian. I don't know if you've seen any of his
No, he's
specials
good.
or
He's
not.
funny.
He's pretty funny. Ben Stiller's going to be on Stephen Colbert tonight, and Timothy Chalamet on Jimmy Kimmel.
Who's going to be Bob Dylan in some upcoming movie.
I'll never be able to just say Chalamet now after Adam Sandler at the Golden Globe.
I know. Chalamet.
On regular TV tonight, you got Hollywood Squares on CBS, series premiere of Hollywood Squares.
I think that's going to be fun, and I liked the old Hollywood
It
Squares.
used to be one of my favorite game shows to watch. Animal Control is on Fox. Only Murders in the Building on ABC. Hudson and Rex on Up TV.
Now, who are those guys? Or is it dogs? It sounds like good dog names.
I'm not sure.
Hudson and Rex on their adventures.
Maybe Hudson's a guy and Rex is the dog.
You think?
Could be. I mean, I've never seen it.
I bet that scenario is better than what it really is. I don't know. I don't even know what it really is.
Of course, the Orange Bowl's on tonight. Notre Dame and Penn State.
That'd be a good game.
I got a playoff game. The winner of this goes to the national championship game. So
who are you going to pick on that one? Who do you think's going to win it?
Well, I don't have any buddies that are Penn State fans, but one of my best friends since third grade is a Notre Dame fan. His whole family is.
Well, they've been really good, but then so is Penn State.
So I'm going to root for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Because I have a buddy that's a Notre Dame fan.
All right. Makes sense.
Other than that, I could care less which one of those wins.
I think it will be Notre Dame to win.
I don't know.
I think it will be.
Then on streaming tonight, got On Call. That's on Amazon. American. That's a limited series on American Primeval. Netflix, a limited series there. The Upshaws. That's on Netflix. Season 6. The Traitors. Like you're such a traitor. On Peacock, and The Pit is on Max. Also tonight on Hub Plus, you've got the new Cookeville Lifestyles magazine episode on tonight, and the Randy Porter show on tonight. And if there's high school basketball, today's Thursday, right?
Yeah, it is Thursday.
Got high school basketball coming on right after that too. So some good programming on Hub Plus for you tonight as well. There you go. There's what's all you can watch anyway. Let's see what else is going on.
Let's see what else.
What kind of gossip is happening? Wicked leads this year's nominations for the Screen Actors Guild Awards with 5 nominations, including nods for Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So I figured the Wicked will win a bunch of awards.
You think? I think it might win makeup. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't either, and I probably won't till it's on.
And just because it's popular doesn't mean it's going to win like Oscars.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if It's an Oscar type movie, but it may be.
The way they've put it out there, I think that's what they're looking for. Armie Hammer is set to return to the silver screen. The actor's been in the starring role of Yul Bowles' latest film, The Dark Knight. The vigilante thriller is scheduled to begin in Croatia on January the 27th.
I'm surprised Army's coming back. I thought he was like out of the spotlight forever.
Yeah. Well, guess not.
Okay.
Tom Holland is going to star in adaptation of John Grisham's novel The Partner, about a junior partner at a law firm who steals $90 million from a wealthy client, fakes his own death, and flees to Brazil.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I think we've all thought about faking our death and moving to Brazil a few times.
Oh, really? Every one of us, huh?
You never thought about running away?
I have thought running away.
Yeah.
Like leading an excited life, and then don't have the money for it.
No, every time I've thought about running away, be like, if I run away, you'll find me in Key West. I'll be the guy renting you a ski doo.
I can see that so much. Like, I'm going to check Key West for Jason.
He's probably renting ski doos to people.
Oh, and then you can't really change your look that much to hide. Yeah.
Jessica Alba has split from her husband Cash Warren after 16 years.
I like his name, Cash Warren. Yeah. That's a cool name.
Jessica and Cash met in Vancouver 2024 on the set of her superhero movie Fantastic Four. Cash worked as a director's assistant. They got married in 2008. They have 3 children together. A 16-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So I hate that for their family, but they think that's what's best for them. Then
that's a long time.
Yeah,
especially Hollywood.
That's their first
divorce or separation of 2025.
Yeah. The L.A. fires. Oh my gosh, have you seen?
It is so horrendous and sad.
It's crazy.
Like, I saw an interview with James Woods, and he was just going along fine, and then just lost it, started crying. I mean, his house has been destroyed, his neighbor's house. He had an older neighbor he was trying to help get out of his house. Then Steve Guttenberg, the actor, I saw him interviewed. The reporter was really young that was interviewing him. He goes, "Sir, what is your name?"
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, he goes, "I'm Steve Guttenberg," and he didn't even act uppity at all. And I'm thinking, but all he was caring about was getting his neighbors out.
Right.
You know, in the scheme of things, if somebody knows who you are or not, it really doesn't matter. It was just worrying about your property, your loved ones, your family. I mean, I cannot believe they said they think it started from a lightning strike.
I don't know. And the winds have been crazy, too.
That's what made it even worse and spread so fast.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently Paris Hilton's house in Malibu has also got burnt down. You're talking about Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood of Steve Guttenberg is gone.
Woods, Billy Crystal, let's see here, Mandy Moore, Melissa Rivers, Ricky Lake. There's a name you hadn't heard from in a minute. Spencer Pratt, Heidi Montag, Cameron Matheson, and Diane Warren. All their houses have been burnt.
That's
down.
some big names right there.
In the video that they've been showing from there, Pacific Palisades, I believe, is the exact area. Those were some really nice big houses. Here's the question I have, and I don't know. Maybe if a local fire person is listening, can message us on Facebook. These houses are all pretty close to the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that's been a problem is, I guess, fire hydrants are operated by use those towers, those big water towers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're empty.
They're empty?
Right.
Oh, they've had some droughts and everything. Is that?
Right. So why couldn't they just put some pumps down in the ocean and use ocean water? Is there something against that?
I don't know, other than it would be expensive to do the pumps, but I mean, you've got Hollywood stars that would probably, you could do a fundraising event and they'd come.
If you don't have any other way, though,
Right.
Then
Everybody losing their homes or lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know either.
I'm definitely not an expert, but I was just thinking about that because
How sad it is. You've got water right there beside you. And
we don't have enough water to put out this fire. Well, there's the Pacific Ocean. I mean, you can see it from there.
let's plan ahead on this.
Why could we not use that somehow?
Yeah.
But maybe there's a reason. Maybe I just.
But that's
too dumb to know.
Yeah.
Or too uninformed to know.
I don't know, but
anyway, enough of that. Coming up, the real good. That's a couple of stories that are positive and uplifting. We'll get to that in just a minute here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We'll be right back.
Smith dribbles to the top of the key and lets it fly, and it's no good. Oh, but wait, he was fouled. They'll have another chance to win. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, Bob?
The game against State last year?
Nope, the bonus scratch instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They give you 2 chances to win, one on the front of the ticket and one on the back.
Okay, that's random.
Play the bonus scratch instant games today for your chance at up to $500,000. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
The new year means new health goals, not just for your body, but your finances too. Your personal info is in so many places that are outside of your control. It only takes one mistake, and not even your mistake, to expose you to identity theft and lost funds. If your identity's stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back, and resolve to make identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with promo code CLAY. Terms apply.
Looking for incredible deals and unique finds? Discover the Habitat Restore off South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. From furniture and home decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need to spruce up your space, all at unbeatable prices. Plus, every purchase supports Habitat for Humanity, helping families build their dream homes right here in our community. So why wait? Visit Habitat Restore today and uncover treasures while making a difference. South Jefferson Avenue, right here in Cookeville.
To those stepping into the workforce, facing setbacks, transitioning their skills, or simply trying to balance bills with bedtime, at Tennessee's American Job Centers, we know your journey is more than finding a paycheck. It's about finding purpose. American Job Centers provide personalized employment and training support to help you reach your career goals. Support is free and accessible online or at locations across Tennessee. Stop your job search and start your career at tnvirtualajc.com. Paid for by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development.
Hey guys, Ron Crane here from Dependable Auto Sales and Service, also Colonial Automotive, towing, rentals, we've got it all. Guys, if it's automotive, even if you need body work, if you've been in a wreck or something, please let us know. 931-526-7355. That's 931-526-SELL, S-E-L-L, 24/7 at dasautosales.com. That's dasautosales.com, and we're located 1575 Interstate Drive, the only car dealership on the left on Restaurant Row. Please come see us at any time. Thanks, guys.
Your Cookeville Gas Department works closely with contractors to make certain no gas line is broken when excavation is done. However, there are times when damage does occur. If you smell gas where construction is being done, please notify the gas department immediately. Better yet, call us before you dig and let us locate the lines for you. Help us keep natural gas the safest energy there is. Natural gas, energy for life. This message brought to you in the interest of safety from the Cookeville Gas Department in cooperation with the Tennessee Public Utility Commission.
Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 6:49 now.
Athletic Director for Tennessee Tech, Mark Wilson, will be in after 7. Then Emma Stevens, she won Fairest of the Fair over the summer, and she's going to compete in the Miss Tennessee pageant. We'll find out more about that and what she's up to at 7:30.
We'll learn about the preparation to be Miss Tennessee.
It's a lot. She's probably been preparing for that since she won Fairest of the Fair.
More than I don't want to put up with.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you'd get bored with having to train and study and walk the walk.
Oh, gosh, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sheila and I, we go through a bunch of news stories every day. We try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
With the new year upon us, you might be looking to do something good for yourself and good for the environment. So you might want to consider plogging.
Not clogging, but plogging.
Plogging, Plogging, which is a delightful blend of jogging and picking up litter. Or as
I've helped pick up litter before, but I haven't
some
jogged.
People call it yogging. Ploggers compete by running the farthest and collecting the most junk along the way.
Oh, okay.
It all started in Sweden in 2016, and now it's an eco-friendly fitness trend that's grown into a global movement. There's actually a plogging championship this year.
You know, that's not a bad thing if you're already going to be out running, jogging, trying to be fit, and then you're cleaning up your environment too.
This
Not a
would be
bad
good
thing.
sport for you. I think you'd be good at low center gravity.
No.
You could have that poker stick that pokes, and you could just pick up.
You know, my friend Caitlin Robbins, we were talking yesterday. She jogged like 45 miles.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
And I'm just like, gosh, no.
Yeah.
No. And I said, if y'all see me running, something is wrong.
Something's chasing.
Either you start running with me or call 911.
Right.
And they were laughing because I'm like,
I can't even imagine you running, Sheila.
Right. I'd be falling, right?
It was like that time you tried to skip.
I can skip now. You made me think of it too much. Now, if you just got me talking and thinking, hey, can you still run? It would probably just leave me.
Last year's championship featured runners removing approximately 6,600 pounds of litter from the streets.
That's great.
Organizers say that an estimated 2 million people plog regularly in over 100 countries.
You need to plug.
I ain't gonna plog.
See, me either. I might help pick up the trash, but I'll do it very slowly and walk.
Yeah.
Actually, I won't even walk that much. I want you to drive me to the area. Then I'll take a little area and clean that up. And then I want to get in the vehicle and go on down further.
We could do something with golf carts. We could go.
Yes, that's so much better.
Glogging.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
And we could make the first round. You know, we could get the easy stuff while we're riding the golf cart.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Another real good story. About a week ago, David Nowak and his fiancee, Katie Belmont, were concerned because their dog Charlie wandered away from their home in Crystal Lake, Illinois.
Crystal Lake? Isn't that like Michael Myers?
Yeah.
I didn't know there were a real Crystal Lake.
David and Kate spent days looking for Charlie and rallied their neighborhood to do the same. No luck. They couldn't find Charlie. Charlie was gone.
Doggone.
Instead of giving up, though, David and Kate reached out to Mike Smith and Kat Kavanaugh, pet finders who use special drones with thermal imaging.
Oh, that's cool.
Who knew that was a service that people would pay for?
Yeah. I mean, I would think that works with missing people in general.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know, so they probably use it on
It's
that.
probably not just for pets.
Right.
I didn't think about that. Mike and Kat used their expertise to look for a warm body hidden in the area, and it worked. They found Charlie in an open field about a quarter mile away. Charlie got a quarter mile away and went,
I'm just going to lay down right here.
Stick around here for a little while. And Charlie fell asleep. And
well, he was tired. He was looking for his people and walking.
Was shining.
Yeah. Let me sun for a minute.
The timing was perfect because poor Charlie was found injured. He was there because he had a broken leg.
Oh, poor fella.
They were able to scoop him up and take him to the vet and help him through his recovery after surgery. Charlie's now home, and the family is thankful for all the high-tech gadgets that help locate their buddy Charlie.
You could have had a different ending for old Charlie.
Yeah, break your leg. Absolutely.
Poor little
could have been terrible.
Poor little fuzz bucket.
Well, Sheila, round 4 of Ask Sheila. See what I do. Give you 2 yesterday, so you're up to 4 for the week.
Sure, let's say that.
I think that's right. If y'all are keeping
Well, I've
score.
gotten at least one a day, so
Yeah, I think you've got 4 total. I think
you did give me an extra one.
Here we go. Question 1, round 4 of Ask Sheila. First Ask Sheila week of the year. A survey says that 57% of men under the age of 30 say they don't own one of these. What is it?
A tux.
I want to give that to you, Sheila. It says a suit, but I'll give you a tux.
Yeah, so.
Say even more don't own a tux.
Yeah, and then suit. There's a lot of people that don't have a suit. They'll just have a blazer or something like that, but not a full suit.
All right, here we go. This is question number 2 for Ask Sheila. A recent survey says that men are happier, generally healthier, and more confident if they have one of these. What is
wife.
it? Huh?
A wife.
Not a wife.
Oh.
But it's, you're in the...
Oh, some kind of woman?
Yeah.
Not a mom, because we all have moms.
Right, we all got mamas.
Oh, like a sister, a sibling?
Sister, yeah.
I got it from your hint. Thanks.
You're welcome. So you got 2 so far today.
Yay!
Way to go, Sheila.
It's going to be hard to get 3.
All right, Sheila.
But I'm going to try.
The average American man will do this nearly 2,400 times in his lifetime.
2,400 times.
The average American man will do this nearly 2,400 times in his lifetime. What is it?
Shave?
No.
It's probably more than that.
No, it's not shave. I'll give you one more guess.
Oversleep and be late for work.
Mow a lawn.
Oh,
the answer.
Mow a lawn. Oh, I had some good
2,400
answers.
times. I imagine some do it more than others. Ever since we got one of those,
Zero radius.
yeah,
Zero turn radius things.
I think Donna likes it a little bit more because sometimes I'll come home, either that or she just don't want to wait on me to do it.
I think a lot of people enjoy mowing.
I do.
Because it's just like therapy. People leave you alone and you can just you're concentrating.
And once you get started on, you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, and you feel better. It looks pretty. You can see your progress right in front of your face.
Right.
It is satisfying.
Bush hogging, kind of the same. Bush hogging even better because you're on a bigger tractor.
Oh yeah, my dad always loved bush hogging our land.
People don't bother you so much if you're on a big tractor.
Yeah, he probably got away from us kids and was like, this is nice.
Well, this is how you act now. I can't imagine what you were like as a child.
Well, that was hateful.
Thanks for listening on 107.7 or 1400 The Hub. We appreciate that. If you're watching on channel 192, Spectrum or Twin Lakes or however you're getting us there, thank you so much. On YouTube or Facebook at News Talk 107.7 and 1400 The Hub on Facebook. If you're watching there, thank you so much. And if you're watching on the Hub Plus app, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
I bet you acted up more than I did as a child.
I did.
Made your mama crazy.
Positive of it.
Yeah.
Positive.
Me too.
Yeah, no doubt. Mark Wilson's coming up.
That's right. Tennessee Tech Athletic Director and Fairest of the Fair winner for Putnam County. Emma Stevens, she's going to compete in Miss Tennessee pageant, and we'll find out some other things she's been doing since she won.
Awesome. That's all coming up next hour here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window studio. We'll be right back.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good morning, Cookeville. W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB, Cookeville.
5 wildfires keep scorching the Los Angeles area where 5 people are dead. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
This is insane. I mean, I've lived in LA since 2010. I've never seen a fire like this before. This is probably the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Tens of thousands of people have evacuated. Many have no home to go back to. Fox's William LaJeunesse among the smoky ruins in Pacific Palisades where that fire still burns out of control.
This, of course, is the worst hit. A lot of celebrities here, you know, all up and down here in daylight. You're going to be able to see it's all destroyed. All of these, about 1,000 homes and businesses in the Palisades, all destroyed.
A lot of Malibu is gone too, and other communities around LA. One of the other fires also burned down 1,000 other homes and buildings, but today things might get better.
With the winds down and the helicopters up and almost double the number of firefighters, it's making a difference.
President-elect Trump blames the wildfire disaster on Governor Gavin Newsom, calling for him to resign.
One can't even respond to it.
Newsom, a Democrat, tells CNN he won't get political.
People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder.
Now, the Trump blame revolves around water to fight the fires.
This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration.
So Trump's referring to a 2020 memorandum he signed meant to bring more water to Los Angeles and other parts of the state. But California said it wasn't scientifically justified and sued to block it for concerns about endangered species.
Fox's Nate Foy near the Trump estate in West Palm Beach, Florida. Last night, President-elect Trump met with Republican senators, trying to figure a legislative roadmap for his agenda. As for whether it's in one bill or two, Trump said,
It doesn't matter. The end result is to say, we're going to get something done that's going to be reducing taxes and creating a lot of jobs.
He also wants border security as part of all that. There's no more paying respects at the Capitol to former President Jimmy Carter, who is lying in state. His casket will be moved this hour for a funeral later this morning at the National Cathedral. America's listening to Fox News.
This month and every month, we remember the over 66 million babies whose lives have been senselessly sacrificed on the altar of abortion. Surely, the left doesn't understand the repercussions of a land that takes the blood of the innocent. And that should only motivate us more to save more babies and their moms. Preborn is a network of clinics, and they fight every day to save more babies and more moms. To date, they've rescued over 300,000 babies' lives by introducing a mom to her child on an ultrasound. That baby's chance at life doubles. Preborn showers moms and babies with God's love and assistance for up to 2 years. So when they shout abortion, we shout life. Let's save more babies this year than last. One ultrasound is just $28, and only $140 will help rescue 5 babies. All of the gifts are tax deductible. So donate securely. Dial pound 250. Say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby. Or go to preborn.com/Beck. Preborn.com/Beck. Sponsored by Preborn.
Now more on the last day of public tribute for former President Jimmy Carter, who will be laid to rest later today.
Former President Jimmy Carter's casket will be escorted away from Capitol Hill and taken to Washington National Cathedral for a funeral honoring the nation's 39th president. President-elect Trump, President Biden, and a number of former presidents and first ladies are expected to attend. Carter will then be taken to Plains, Georgia, for a ceremony at the Baptist Church where he taught Sunday school before he's buried alongside his wife and former First Lady Rosalind Carter. Carter was the nation's oldest living former president and the first to reach 100 years old. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
In honor of Carter, on what was declared a national day of mourning, the stock market will be closed today. This coming off a mixed market yesterday when the Dow gained 106 points, but the Nasdaq lost 10. What could have been an economic crisis appears to be resolved. A potential strike that could have affected shipping and supply chains.
The deal struck with East and Gulf Coast dock workers averts a potentially damaging strike. The International Longshoremen's Association had threatened the work stoppage after talks stalled in October. At issue were pay raises and job protection from automation. The tentative agreement is for a 6-year period. Ratification votes are being scheduled. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
A lot of the southern U.S. is in for some nasty weather.
Dallas-Fort Worth only averages 1.6 inches of snow a season. So the fact that they're looking at as much as 3 inches by Friday morning is a big deal. In fact, many schools have already thrown in the towel on Thursday.
Fox Weather's Mike Seidel in Dallas. There are already more than 1,200 flights canceled with wintry weather advisories or storm warnings from New Mexico to Texas to Missouri, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee, too, and up to Kentucky and Ohio. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A winter storm watch will be in effect for most areas from 6 a.m. Friday until the same time Saturday. That watch coming as the National Weather Service expects accumulating snowfall across the mid-state with 3 to 7 inches expected at this time. Putnam County EMA Deputy Director Tyler Smith says folks should expect travel impacts Friday and into Saturday, especially by evening rush hour on Friday. The U.S. Postal Service has suspended regular mail delivery and retail services today in honor of the late former President Jimmy Carter. The mail carrier will be providing limited package delivery. Carter's official state funeral will be held today at the Washington National Cathedral. President Joe Biden has declared today a national day of mourning. The Allgood City Council will consider an ordinance next week that would return the city to its former policy of appointing department heads. According to agenda documents, the ordinance would remove the language added last year that gave City Council final approval over the city administrator's appointments.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is radio station WHUB, the voice of the Upper Cumberland in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Good morning. Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:06 now.
And Tennessee Tech Athletic Director Mark Wilson joins us. I figured you'd be on the road, but no. I'm so glad you came in with us today.
I'm happy to be in with you all, I don't know how I feel about being followed by the fairest of the fair, though. I mean, I'm really going to get shown up. But if I'm going to get shown up by somebody, it might as well be the fairest of the fair.
A beauty queen.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You're definitely the ugliest guest we're having today.
Well,
I don't think so.
Definitely I am. And but I get shown up at home every day because my wife Melanie was actually the fairest of the fair way back when. I won't say the year.
Yeah.
I won't date you, dear.
She's still a beauty queen, though.
She is still a beauty queen, so I get shown up every day. So I'm used to it. So it's perfect. I'm in with it. Man. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
All right, so Tennessee Tech Athletics, everything seems to be coming up roses again.
It is. Gosh, since the last time I was in, the Golden Eagle football team beat Eastern Illinois.
Yes.
Ended up winning a share of the Ohio Valley Conference championship.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about that. How did Tech not get in? I mean, you beat two people that did get in. And I don't understand how that works.
Okay, so there's 4 teams in the OVC that are 6-2.
Okay.
You break that tie to determine who the automatic qualifier is for the Ohio Valley Conference into the NCAA Division I championships.
Okay.
Based on all the head-to-head records, Southeast Missouri was the automatic qualifier. And then all the resume, our entire resume, all of our metrics are looked at by the NCAA Division I football committee. And they're the ones that select the 14 at-large selections into the NCAA championships. Next year, the Ivy League is going to actually be an AQ conference.
Oh, wow.
So now next year there'll only be 13 at-large slots. Okay. So they look at everything, and there's lots of metrics they look at. They look at the Massey, the KPI, the ESPN Football Power Index, the ESPN Strength of Schedule. They have watched games over the course of the year. They have looked at stats. And there's a lot of analysis that they do. And when they did,
how did Tech not get in on Strength of Schedule? You played a team that's playing in the college football playoffs, a top 5 college football team away. You scored on them.
Yes, I'm very biased. I thought the Golden Eagles deserved to get in, but when you looked at some of the metrics, UT Martin, Tennessee State, they were better than us. And I think if you look at, they didn't take any 7-5 teams into the NCAA playoffs except for, I think it was Central Connecticut State maybe that was 7-5, but they were an AQ. And I think if they started looking at some of the other 7-5 teams like Chattanooga, I think it was Southern Utah, there was a couple other 7-5 teams, and you looked at all those metrics, I actually think we would not have been, as much as I hoped we would, we would not have been the first 7-5 team chosen as an at-large. So, I mean, because there's a lot of quality teams, and but congratulations to head coach Bobby Wilder and the Golden Eagles, just a dynamite year. And
I don't think anybody expected really any sort of major turnaround his first season. I don't think anybody. Well, I think a lot of people were hoping it. I don't think anybody expected to share of the OVC championship his first year out. Outside looking in, it looks like he over delivered.
Yeah, he's done a great job. His coaching staff has done a great job. Really proud of them. And you compile that onto the Golden Eagles soccer team and head coach Corey Boyd's OVC championship. So the Golden Eagles, after the fall, we're leading the Ohio Valley Conference Commissioners Cup. So it's a great position to be in. Both basketball teams are off to great starts. The Golden Eagle men are in a 3-way tie for first place at 3-1 in the Ohio Valley Conference. The women are in a 4-way tie for second place at 3-1. Eastern Illinois, our opponent on the road tonight, is first on the women's side. They're 5-0. They have played one more game than we have. We're going to take them down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
tonight.
Tune in. Listen to. I'm assuming it's Dylan on the road up there tonight, but tune in to 106.1 The Eagle for the for all the action, and then the Golden Eagle men will take on, as soon as that game is over with the women, they'll take on the Eastern Illinois men, and then they travel over to Southern Illinois University Edwardsville, and they'll compete there on Saturday. So really, really big road swing. We come back home next weekend, Thursday night. We host Southeast Missouri. They're both their men's and women's teams are doing really well this year as well, and that is Education Day. Okay. So we will celebrate all those student athletes that are on the Director of Athletics honor roll. It's nearly 300 student athletes in the fall semester of 2024.
Wow.
The GPA for all of our student athletes was 3.467. Let me repeat that. 3.467. I am so proud of the work that they're doing in the classroom. That is absolutely dynamite.
Yeah. How does that compare to other schools? Were we just blowing everybody else out, or
we're ahead of most places.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. We're ahead of we are ahead of most places. So
I want you to be able to have a humble brag.
Yes, we are.
We're ahead.
We're the best. I mean, other schools are great too, but we're kind of
we're kind of better.
We're kind of the best.
We are kind of the best.
Pretty big deal.
We are. But the other part about that celebrating academic excellence next Thursday is all students. If you're tuning in, all students can get into the game for $5 because we want to celebrate their academic achievements as well. We want them to see the student athletes that achieve in the classroom.
Students, you mean tech students, or do you mean
all students? All students. Anybody 18 years of age or younger, $5 tickets.
Awesome.
And because we want to raise the level of aspiration, academic aspiration for every student, and want them to aspire to go to college and to look at what those career opportunities are for them, and come see the student athletes that you see play sports that you love, and then see them be recognized for their academic achievement.
It's exciting, and the hoop's just a great place to go.
It's beautiful, yeah.
We've been talking about that several people, and I'll ask people, have you been to the hoop lately? And they'll be like, well, yeah, I was there a long time ago, but it's been a while, or I've been to a graduation, or I've been to this. I was like, oh yeah, so I mean, that's nice, but have you been for a basketball game? Because that's the show.
Yeah.
It's the show. And
it's over the top, and it's great, and it's fun.
It is any place you can go watch basketball. It really is.
It is. From the 10-minute mark before the game starts until tip-off, I think we've got one of the best shows in the country.
100%.
With all the video elements and court projection video and we have one of the best shows in the country, and our student athletes deserve that. They deserve that excitement going into the game, and we think it entertains the fans. And of course, the product on the floor right now from head coach Kim Roseman and head coach John Pelfrey, our young men and young women, they're playing great basketball, and they're fun to watch.
Coach Pelfrey's finally got his guys.
Yes,
it looks like, and I hope so, because I know last year he's kind of plagued with the injury bug, and
we've got some injury bug going on now, but so we've got less guys that I think than he would like to have, but they're really gelling and playing well, and had a big win against Morehead State last Saturday, and then last Thursday at home, the Golden Eagle women beat the defending Ohio Valley Conference champion Southern Indiana.
Yeah.
So great basketball.
It's fun basketball to watch. It's 7:15. We got more coming up with the athletic director from Tennessee Tech, Mark Wilson. On the way, it's Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow Window Studio.
Hello, Upper Cumberland. This is Jesse Flowers with the Jerry Whitson Road Church of Christ, wanting to wish you and your loved ones a very happy new year. We want to invite you to join us for a special new Bible study through the Gospel of Matthew as we read and discuss the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Please be sure to join us every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. for our radio program, Words of Exhortation, right here on WHUB. May the Lord bless you as you serve Him and serve others.
Willow Window can help transform your home with windows, window treatments, entry doors, or garage doors. It not only elevates your design, but also optimizes energy efficiency and comfort. Their installers take the utmost care while in your home and will haul everything away when they're done. Call for your free estimate today at 931-946-3691. That's 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window.
At Gentry's Power Equipment, we deliver value with expertise and top-notch service. Now's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor gear with instant rebates on all Laser Z models, E, S, and X, up to $750. Plus, enjoy a low financing rate of 1.99% for 48 months. Looking for steel products? Our knowledgeable local dealers provide personalized service you won't find at big box stores. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place to get away from the stresses of life. Willow Window can help transform your home with the highest quality windows and window treatments. Choose from honeycomb shades, plantation shutters, or blackout blinds for privacy. Motorized window treatments can control outside light with the touch of a remote. Get your free estimate today. Call 931-WINDOW-1. Willow Window, 310 Newman Drive in Cookeville. Willow Window.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
1077 and 1400, The Hub. Jason and Sheila. Good morning, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. We're Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's a cold morning. It's 7:18 now.
But Mark Wilson, he's coming in. He's here right now. We've been talking to him. He's Tennessee Tech athletic director, and the cold didn't keep you out. Not at all.
Not at all.
Keep
And
you
now,
in, I should say.
doesn't
You
keep
got
me
out.
in. Now, I don't like the cold anymore. I grew up in Maine. Everybody says, you shouldn't think it's cold. You grew up in Maine. And I'm like,
That's why I left, man.
That's why exactly. And my next job's going to be in the Caribbean.
in, brother. That'd be perfect.
Well, I had mentioned earlier, we were talking about all the great publicity and everything that Tennessee Tech's getting. I think what Amy Brown got, she's not just nominated, she is part of the Tennesseans, greatest team of all time.
Yes, congratulations to.
Of course, she's works at Tennessee Tech too, as a director of Tennessee Student Development.
Yes, in the College of Education, and of course, the former assistant coach for us under head coach Bill Wurl, and then the head coach. So great to see her earning those accolades, and she is very deserving of that.
Yeah, most definitely. And I just love that. Tennessee Tech, there's always a connection.
Absolutely.
And we just have so many great people that has went there, been employed there. And I mean, what would we do without Tennessee Tech in our community? I mean, it really does add a lot.
It'd be a lot more boring, I can tell you that.
Most definitely.
I think it would. I wouldn't live here.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, wait a minute.
Mr.
I'd probably live here, but I wouldn't be here because Tennessee Tech is what brought me to Cookeville.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We know basketball's going on, and when does baseball start? I know it's odd to talk about baseball.
I think the first baseball game is like February 12th at home, so it's like a month away, y'all.
But it seems like it's always when the first starts is like, are you sure we should be playing baseball?
Right. Because February sounds early for
February
it.
sounds ridiculous, but that's when college baseball
baseball starts. That is the first official start weekend, and we host Lemoyne, their brand new Division I school. Actually, our daughter Megan played college soccer there. She was a goalkeeper on their soccer team, and they've just made the transition to Division I. And we open the weekend with them. For the full baseball schedule, just log on to ttusports.com, and they have a lot of home games. Going to be great home games this year. And but it does feel like sometimes that we should have our skis on, or we should be watching ice hockey or something. Figure skating or something on those first weekends.
Not that. But college baseball has really come on as of late as a bigger sport than it was than when we were all growing up.
Mm-hmm.
When we were growing up, it was basically football and basketball, and it had been for such a long time. But between women's basketball and college baseball, those are two sports that are gaining popularity every day. And also college soccer, that's a sleeper that people are. Those sports are growing leaps and bounds. Are you seeing that at Tech? And as you talk to other athletic directors, is that's what's happening everywhere?
We are all seeing that growth, and people are looking for good family entertainment opportunities, and that's what the sports at Tennessee Tech do. They offer entertainment opportunities for our students and for our community, and they love coming out and watching our women's soccer team, our baseball team, softball team, volleyball team. We are seeing an uptick in participants coming and cheering on our teams, and because they play high level sports. Hey, just think about volleyball. Volleyball had another dynamite year this year, fighting for an Ohio Valley Conference championship right down to the wire. And then our star in the Ohio Valley Conference Player of the Year, Maddie Isringhausen, just made the Atlanta Vibe in the Professional Volleyball League. So congratulations to Maddie.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a professional volleyball.
There are two professional volleyball leagues in the United States now that have just developed in the last couple of years. And Maddie, we were at the conference tournament at Southeast Missouri, and she got a call from the Vibe that said, "We're not going to draft you, but we want you to come try out." And she's such a dynamite worker and player. Here she was, not drafted, but made the team.
Oh, that's something else right there.
It is something else. She put some pictures out yesterday of her in the Vibe uniform, and I Instagram back messaged on it and it said, congratulations, but it's really weird, really strange not to see you in a Tennessee Tech uniform.
It does look weird when they put on a new uniform,
Yes.
but I mean, I'm glad that they have the opportunity to go on to that next level.
Correct.
Wow.
That's great.
I'm going to check that out. I didn't know that.
We got somebody to root for.
Yes, we do. We sure do.
Yeah, now we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like I'm a big Vibe fan.
We are now.
We are now. Yeah, whatever their Vibe up, whatever their thing is.
Maybe she can start that now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vibe up.
But all of our teams are doing really, really well, and so proud of them. And we encourage people when baseball, softball start to come out. And there's a lot of basketball. We have 8 doubleheaders left in the Hooper Evelyn Center over the course of January and February. I think even March 1st we have it's our last home game.
I highly recommend you go check out
Oh,
home basketball game.
It's so much fun.
It's good old family fun, and the show's great, and
the popcorn's great.
Yes, it is.
The pep band is my favorite thing.
They're hilarious too. I mean, they got lots of spirit.
They
and
have lots of
personality.
spirit. They do.
I feel like I need to sit close to them just in case there's a scuffle. I want in.
You want in, or you gonna protect them?
Yeah, I'm going to protect them. I'll be like, hey,
don't mess with my band.
Stay away from my pet band now.
Yeah.
Just because they were hollering some things that you got to be so sensitive about.
They're always right.
Right. But I love the pet band and how they just somehow always get under the skin of somebody. They're great at it. I know
that's part of loving sports.
Director can't say.
Yeah, sometimes they push the line. We do tell them good job, but sometimes they push the line of sportsmanship, and then we have to kind of reel them back in a little bit.
You're getting a little bit carried away.
Yes.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather be the guy who has got to push the brake than the gas?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I would. I would.
He
and it's
can't
all good.
say, but he secretly
and
loves it.
what we tell them, just so the public knows, do not target individual students.
Right.
Do not target individual coaches. And don't curse.
Yeah.
You can. There's a fine line there.
Yeah.
You can kind of make fun of them as a team. Don't pick on one individual.
Yeah.
But don't
harass one person.
Yes.
Single them out.
Yes, don't single out one person, because that's when
If you're
it gets a little over the edge.
Do the whole team.
Yeah, do the whole team.
Come on, guys.
Yeah.
There is like a real thin line with you can have your fun, but let's have good sportsmanship.
That's too funny.
I like it when the officials aren't very good that night and they play 3 blind mice.
I love that too. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things they do.
Yeah, that's a good low key get you.
And I secretly I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the pet band adds so much.
So much character.
Yeah,
They do.
Man, they crack me up.
And I believe that they're back next week. But unfortunately, we will not have our spirit squads with us next week because they're heading to Orlando to compete for nationals.
We're good in everything.
Yeah, we are good in everything.
So tell us about that.
So they put routines together, and the cheerleaders do, and the dance team does. They performed those last weekend at the games.
Okay.
They actually have a showcase, if the weather's permitting, this Sunday in the Hooper Evelyn Center. I believe that's at 2:00. Just log on to ttusports.com to confirm, folks.
Okay.
And there's a small admission charge for that, but you'll be able to see their national routines and exactly what they're going to take to Orlando.
I think they're
to
underrated.
compete.
I mean, really, we don't talk about them.
For sure.
They are
fantastic.
fantastic.
You watch one of those routines and look away from them and go, nah, not athletes. Then you're an idiot.
Yeah, that's true because I mean,
They're athletes.
They're
all
athletes.
of them. They're do so many fun jumps and routines. I'm thinking, oh, that would scare me, but I love watching it.
Yes. And
I don't want to do it. I just want to watch it.
Yeah, and head coach Cindy Hickerson's doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
So come on out and see them on Sunday.
Now, I guess the little admission fee that you pay that helps them get to Orlando.
Sure does. It's a fundraiser to help cover those expenses.
All right. So, would you know the cost, or just go to the website and find out?
Yeah, I think it's $5 maybe, $5 or $10. Yeah, it's not a lot.
Okay,
it's not a lot.
And it helps our girls.
It helps our community.
Fellas get down
Yes.
to Orlando to, be like, bring it on.
Yeah, the bus alone to get them to Orlando and back is $8,700.
Ooh.
The bus.
I would have never thought it would have been that high.
Oh my God!
And that's a bid. That's the lowest bid we received.
That is crazy.
Man.
Yeah. That's I mean,
well, I guess with gas and all, and
Yeah.
the
driver
and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I can see it being that.
But we want them there. I mean, the
do.
more people that know about Tennessee Tech, the more great athletes will get to come here.
Yes.
And, yeah. So.
Well, that's exciting. I didn't know that one.
Yes.
So that's that's great. Tennessee Tech always doing great stuff. And whether it's in the classroom or on the basketball court or one of the great fields that we've got, new baseball field looks awesome. February 12th, right in the middle of winter, we're going to start playing baseball. So that's going to be a bunch of fun. Mark Wilson, athletic director, thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. Wings up.
Wings up. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Local news. News Talk 107.7 and 1400. The Hub.
News is brought to you by One Bank of Tennessee, where service is second to none.
From the WHUB News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. Parole was denied on Tuesday to a man serving a life sentence for murdering a man more than 40 years ago in White County. District Attorney General Bryant Dunaway said parole officers took into account past conduct when denying parole for Kenneth Ray Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer killed Haskell Eugene Sparkman in 1982 after beating him to death with a large stick. A winter storm watch will be in effect for most areas from 6 a.m. Friday until the same time Saturday. The watch coming as the National Weather Service expects accumulating snowfall across the mid-state with 3 to 7 inches expected at this time. The state's average composite ACT score shows improvement, that according to data released Tuesday showing an average test score of 19.3%, a 0.3% increase over the previous year. In addition, the data indicates that the statewide participation rate for the 2024 graduating class was 99%. That's the news from WHUB.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub. The defensive MVP of the Fenway Bowl is transferring from UConn to the team he beat in the bowl game, UNC. Defensive lineman Price Yates had a sack and 3 tackles for loss against UNC in UConn's Fenway Bowl win. Now he's transferring to the Tar Heels to join head coach Bill Belichick in a growing transfer class. Yates originally entered the portal on December 13th, withdrew his name and played in the bowl game, and then entered the portal again on December 30th. In college basketball last night, the UConn Huskies fell to Villanova 68-66 after missing 2 free throws with 3 seconds to play. Eric Dixon scored 18 of his 23 points in the second half of the win. Elsewhere, Ole Miss topped Arkansas 73-66, Alabama beat South Carolina 88-68, and Indiana beat USC 82-69. In a battle of the top 2 teams in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers topped the OKC Thunder 129-122. Cavaliers have a league-leading 32-4 record. Tonight on UCR, we have 2 high school basketball games as the Upperman Bees host Stowe Memorial on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. Pickett County plays Clay County. Both games get started at 6 o'clock. I'm Jacob Vinson. That was the UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub.
The UCR Sports Report on 107.7 and 1400 The Hub, brought to you by One Bank.
TRN News.
There's a massive sex trafficking bust in Nashville's Antioch neighborhood. Federal agents investigating a possible brothel in the 2300 block of Hobson Pike near Hamilton Church Road. Metro Nashville Police and Homeland Security agents searched a 5-acre property on Wednesday morning with 5 men arrested. Agents say the investigation is linked to sex trafficking and gang activity in the area. A man in custody after police say he stole packages from the back of a USPS truck in East Memphis. Investigators say 21-year-old Zayad Al-Hofi took the items from the truck while a female postal worker was trying to make a delivery in the Highland Heights area on Tuesday morning. The employee took a photo of the suspect as he was leaving and sent it to her supervisor, who eventually found Al-Hofi outside a nearby business. Police say the suspect was arrested after he was found with the stolen packages in his backpack. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
If your skin could talk, would you listen?
As your skin, I forgive you. I forgive you for poking and popping me when I broke out at 14. I forgive you for that awful belly ring hole you left in me when you were 15. I forgive you for damaging me before prom, on spring break, and at tanning salons when you were 16, 17, 18. But I'm your skin, and if you continue to tan, I hope you can forgive me. Forgive me when wrinkles begin to show and I start developing age spots. Forgive me if I develop melanoma when you're only 22. So please, I'm asking you to stop. Stop tanning now. Our future depends on it.
Protect your skin from melanoma, the second most common cancer in young women 15 to 29 years old. and protect your future. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
TDOT getting roads ready for potential snow later this week. The agency posting on its website Wednesday saying it has more than 300 trucks and nearly 30,000 tons of salt strategically placed throughout the state to respond as winter weather moves in. Drivers will notice starting today crews pre-treating interstates and state routes. The National Weather Service says a winter storm watch goes into effect for most of Tennessee Friday, with snowfall of up to 7 inches expected. Meantime, a winter storm warning goes into place for the state's western communities this evening. The city of Knoxville getting federal support to build a pedestrian bridge over the Tennessee River. Mayor India Kincannon held a news conference Wednesday saying the city was awarded more than $20 million grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation for this project. The development could connect South Knoxville to the University of Tennessee and downtown while creating access to existing greenways. The overall project is expected to cost about $60 million. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
Upper Cumberland weather.
Brought to you by the Habitat for Humanity's Habitat Restore, located at 560 South Jefferson in Cookeville.
This is your latest forecast from News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
As of right now, we do have a winter storm watch in effect. This goes into effect about 6 a.m. on Friday morning and will remain in effect till early Saturday as we get periods of snow, maybe 3 to 6 inches. I'd say this will likely be upgraded to a winter storm warning a little later on tonight. Of course, we'll keep you posted.
Good morning, Cookeville, with Jason and Sheila.
On 107.7 and 1400, The Hub.
Here in the Willow Window Studio. 7:36 now.
Well, Miss Emma Stevens is back with us. She is the winner of the Putnam County Fairest of the Fair. You came in just right after you won, and now you're getting ready for the state pageant, so Miss Tennessee pageant. So when is that?
That is actually next week on January 17th, but the whole Tennessee Association of Fairs convention lasts from the 16th to the 18th.
So have you been preparing for that? How do you prepare for the state pageant?
Absolutely. It's been a lot. Right after Fair Week, I gave myself time to rest and to work on my nonprofit some, but I went immediately into coaching. I've been blessed with a really good interview coach at SQ Consulting. And also the 2023 Fairest of the Fair, Kayla Mick, has been coaching me for my beauty walk. So that's been a
she's
blessing.
coached a lot of pageant winners and pageant attendees, and she does a good job. She was does. the last year's Fairest of the Fair. Well, I shouldn't say last year. Last year was 2024, but she was 2023 winner. So you mentioned your nonprofit. You really care about literacy. So what is your nonprofit called?
My nonprofit is Emma's Novel Bunch, and I place free little library boxes throughout the Middle Tennessee area. Currently, I have 6 free little libraries in 3 different Tennessee counties.
I love those little libraries. They're great. And I love it that Emma's Novel Bunch. So it's like reading a novel, of course. That's cute.
Absolutely. We've collected over 20,000 books. So
holy smokes.
Yes, it's been a lot, but
is Dolly Parton one of your idols too?
Yes, her and her Imagination Library. Yes, that's been a big influence on my own work.
Well, I do think it's so important, and it stimulates, especially when you're reading to children, it stimulates their creativity, and I think it's great for them to learn how to appreciate reading. You got to step into another world. So
absolutely.
What got you really interested in that? Is that why did that touch your heart so much?
I have always loved to read, and I have really fond memories growing up. My mom used to read to me before I would go to sleep at night. And I remember just growing such a love for reading, and I just want to give that to other people who maybe aren't as fortunate as me and don't have access to books, because books can be really expensive if you buy them new. But with the free little libraries, it's a sustainable way to get books that are new or gently used.
Well, I know you're from the younger generation and everything is computerized. Do you like having a book in your hand more than like a Nook or something like that you read off of on the computer? Is there a difference in your mind, or?
I definitely like a real book in my hands better. It's just more engaging for me, but everybody has their own preference.
There's just something about those books when they're right there in front of you.
I agree, yes.
When you go to like elementary schools, and I'm guessing that you do, and you talk about reading and literacy and all that stuff, that's got to be cool for you because you got a bunch of young people going, man, she is so cool.
Yeah.
And if she reads, then it's cool that we do it. I mean, you're influencing in a big way young kids. Did you have somebody? I mean, you said your mom read to you. Was there another influence that was that was like, man, reading is so cool. I'm so into it because of this person.
Well, back to Dolly Parton, her Imagination Library, I just thought that was so amazing. And when I was first putting together my nonprofit, I was really influenced off of her work, and I kind of just made it my own. But it really is just seeing Dolly Parton because she's so amazing.
Yeah.
Seeing her promote literacy, it's like, that was it for
Right.
me.
Well, I mean, she's a good songwriter. She's a good writer. I mean, anything she's written has been great.
It's been story songs
Right.
like
Yes.
she's written. So
So I could see her, being somebody who would want people to, I mean, look what the ability to read and write stories has done for her.
Right.
I mean, she was able to pull herself out of a holler in Tennessee. So
well, she said her dad didn't know how to read, but he was still smart. It was just how it was back in the day. He had to go work for his mom and dad, help them on the farm. And that's really why she started it. It meant so much. She saw how much it bothered him that he couldn't read. And how people judged him. So I love that she's paying that forward too, and did that in honor of her daddy.
And I don't know what the stats are. I'm sure we'd all be amazed at the illiterate, people
Yes.
who can't read that number. I'm sure we would all be astonished that is still a thing in 2025. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, is that do you know that off the top of your head? Have you ever heard what that stat is, or?
I do not know off the top of my head, but it is a really big problem, more than people would think.
Yeah.
You really wouldn't think it as much of a
Yes,
problem nowadays.
Absolutely. But I do think a lot of that is due to just poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my goal with Emma's Novel Bunch, to provide a way for people in less fortunate circumstances to be able to read.
Is this something that you're going to continue to do after you're done with your queenship? Is that what they call it?
Yes, I have actually really big plans for 2025. So we're working on something really big right now, but
You can't tell us? Is it super secret?
it's top secret right now.
I love it. It's top secret.
Oh,
Right
well, I mean,
now, do you want to be a teacher or something like that? What do you want to go into?
I have a love for science, so I want to be a pharmacist someday, and that's really just me pairing my servant's heart with my love for science, being able to work with chemistry all day and working with people. I think pharmacy's the right suit for me.
I love that.
yeah, and that pharmacists make good money too.
They do. That's
So,
true.
I mean, come on. Yeah,
That's true.
Well, she's thinking about that too. Good benefits, all that. Because
All right.
Emma's smart.
Right? Why would you go? Why would you go do something that you could make any money doing?
And then she also gets to serve folks. Like she loves making a difference in the world.
Now, I think I heard you tell Mark Wilson as he was leaving that you're planning on going to Tennessee Tech.
I am. I'm going to go to Tennessee Tech for my undergraduate with pre-pharmacy. And then after Tennessee Tech, I plan on maybe the University of Tennessee.
Go Vols.
Yes. Yes. For pharmacy school.
Yeah. So are you going to take some time off, or are you just, because I mean, I know doing what you're doing now, preparing for a big pageant January 17th, been doing all the fairs for the fair stuff. With all of that time that gets taken up doing that, how do you plan on managing that? Are you good at time management now, or are you kind of willy-nilly and it just all works out for you?
I have to admit it is hard to manage time, but I think that this year as Fairest of the Fair, I've really learned how to delegate my time as Fairest of the Fair and also with school. I think it would be the best option for me to go ahead and start school with Tennessee Tech, just go right into college. I think a lot of people who take time off, not saying everybody, but a lot of people who do take time off don't go back or don't have the intention to go back.
That would be me.
You're talking about me.
That'd be me. I'm going to take time off.
And then all your intentions were good.
All this learning is so tiring. I need some time off.
Don't let him be a bad influence on you, Emma.
No, that's great. I mean, she's doing the right stuff. It's 7:45 now. We're Jason and Sheila. We got more coming up here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window showroom. Y'all hang out with us. We'll be right back.
Experience peace of mind with Cove Generators, your trusted partner in power solutions. Start the new year with peace of mind and our exclusive offer. Purchase a Generac generator and receive a free 10-year warranty. Whether for home, outdoor, or commercial use, our expert installers ensure you never lose power again. Visit us at 728 East 15th Street, Cookeville, or call 615-241-6343. Trust the Cove Generators family to keep your family safe and powered this winter.
The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Over 50 years and still going strong and growing. With American Way, you'll gain the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in today's market. We provide realtors the tools they need to succeed, so this essentially adds up to success for the agents. If you are willing to work, we can make it happen for you. We also have a very family-oriented culture with a focus on productivity. Give me a call. I'm William Baugh, 931-310-6291.
American Way Real Estate, 710 South Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville.
At Gentry's Power Equipment, we deliver value with expertise and top-notch service. Now's the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor gear with instant rebates on all Laser Z models, E, S, and X, up to $750. Plus, enjoy a low financing rate of 1.99% for 48 months. Looking for steel products? Our knowledgeable local dealers provide personalized service you won't find at big box stores. Gentry's Power Equipment, 755 Buffalo Valley Road, Cookeville.
Hey, you exhausted every day? Maybe you have the 3 p.m. crash or struggling with memory issues, having a hard time focusing. You have to stop and pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. I never run out of energy, and I'm fully focused. Strong Cell. It's a revolutionary supplement that has truly changed my life. I use it every single day. It gives you natural energy, helps me stay focused all day long, and just makes me feel better overall. Whether you're a working mom or dad or homeschooling your kids or some of our loyal men and women behind the wheel across the country, try Strong Cell. It'll change your life. Linda uses it as well.
I use it every single day. I have my kids using it, my parents using it, my in-laws using it, my friends using it, and I am telling you, it is immediate. It is one of the only ways you can get NADH on the market, and it works.
Go to HannityStrong.com. Use the promo code Hannity. You get a special 20% off any order. Once again, HannityStrong.com. And Strong Cell believes in their products so much, you get a 60-day no-risk policy. Invest in your health. I did it. It changed my life.
Jason and Sheila. Good Morning Cookeville. 1077 and 1400, The Hub.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here with you. It's 7:47. It looks nice outside, but it ain't.
No, it's 16 degrees right now. 16. Wow. And that's Tennessee weather? Yeah. They think we're warm here.
Winter storm warning starts tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Yes.
Sheila and I will be here to keep you updated on what all's going on the roads and any closings, school or business or anything like that. So count on us tomorrow morning.
That's definitely right. And we've got Emma Stevens. She is a Putnam County Fairest of the Fair winner from this summer. And you had so much going on. Folks don't realize just what your commitments need to be. And you sign a contract with Fairest of the Fair. Can you explain that and what you have to do? I know you've talked about your nonprofit in the last one with Emma's Novel Bunch.
Yes.
Which I love that name.
Thank you.
What else did you have to do to as a Fairest of the Fair winner?
Outside of working the fair events this year, I have obligations to help out Pageants with Purpose, which is actually directed by my fair director, Miss Shannon. Mm-hmm. So I help out with those pageants and represent my title as Fairest of the Fair. So it serves as advertisement, but also it's a way for me to just volunteer.
And Pageants with a Purpose, it's a nonprofit group too.
It is, yes.
So tell us a little bit about that and what your involvement is.
Well, actually, at the Christmas Queen pageant, the humanitarian event that Miss Shannon was hosting, it actually went toward my state project, the humanitarian project I have to do for the state pageant. So I was really grateful for that. But it's just a way to help out the community in different ways. Different pageants have different humanitarian events, so it's always something different.
That's great. And then there's pageants that are on the way that Shannon is involved with, and then you help her out with that. So what other pageants are on the way besides what you're competing in, the state? There's the Fairs of the Fair, not Fairs of the Fair, I'm sorry, Mardi Gras. You said something about Mardi Gras pageant.
Yes. There is a Mardi Gras pageant coming up, but also she has the Miss Banana Pudding Festival coming up, which I'm especially excited for. Actually, my family hosted that pageant last year, and we turned it over to Miss Shannon, and I know she's going to do a great job with it.
Oh, definitely she will.
Does helping with other pageants help prepare you for your pageants?
I honestly think it's just a way to be more involved in the community.
Okay.
And
to kind of manage folks too. I mean, that helps you with organization skills and networking and everything.
It does. It's definitely a way to network. But if you're thinking about specifically in the pageant with walking on stage, it could help if you wore your heels, but it's really hard to work in heels.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Sister tells me that.
But it does give you that experience with working with different personalities and having to kind of get along with people, solving problems as people are coming at you. And, it can be kind of nerve-wracking a little bit. So has that helped you on that with people skills and organization and dealing with other personalities?
I think pageants as a whole has really helped me. Before I started pageants, I was really, really shy. And the first pageant I ever did was actually the Putnam County Fair pageant when I was still in the Teen Miss division. So I've really grown as someone who's competed in pageants. And whether it's helping with pageants or competing in it on your own, it really brings you out of your shell.
So many start at, a whole lot younger age. What made you start then? Because, a lot of times that we've talked to a Fairs of the Fair or another pageant winner, it's been somebody who, I started when I was 8 or I started when I was this. In comparison, pretty late start for you. What was it that clicked that made you want to do it?
Well, I knew that my mom did pageants when she was younger, and she competed in the Fentress County Fair pageant, but she didn't ever win Fairest of the Fair, so I started pageants because I wanted to be the Putnam County Fairest of the Fair. And she never really put me in pageants when I was younger because I just didn't have an interest. She let me tell her that I was interested in it before I started competing.
I think that's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of students compete too when they find out you can win scholarships.
Yes.
Was that one of the driving forces too, that you knew that?
Yes, absolutely. I need all of the scholarships I can get. Pharmacy school is going to cost a pretty
It's
penny.
expensive,
but
yes.
Yes, it's going to be worth it in the end.
Now, with being Fairest of the Fair this year, and with them, all signs point to new fairgrounds. So you'll be the first Fairest of the Fair working and doing all the stuff at the new fairgrounds. Is that exciting, or?
There will actually be a new Fairest of the Fair at the new fairgrounds. So
you'll be the one walking around doing all the stuff?
No, I
She'll
did
have
that
to
last year.
Relinquish her crown.
Yes.
I thought that was. I'm
No, she went.
I'm wrong.
She won in the summer of 2024.
Gotcha.
So she's had that will be her full year.
Right, I thought, but you still have to do some stuff, don't you? No.
Until I give my crown away, I'm still obligated to fulfill my duties.
Yeah.
Her reign will be ending.
Yes, I already spent my week at the
That's
fair.
too sad to talk about, right?
Yeah.
But now you're the last one at the old fairgrounds. You'll be able to say that. You'll be driving down Jefferson when you're our age going, yep, back in my day.
That's where I won. And then it will be some kind of parking lot that they've paved. Some kind of restaurant.
Maybe it'll be something nice.
I hope so.
Yeah. And you'll be able, that's where I was, back when we did it right, pageant girls these days, you'll be able
She'll probably be training those pageant girls.
Oh, yeah.
say that one day. Are you looking forward to that day, or are you just like, I don't ever want to be old?
Well,
don't
what
ever-
kind of question is that? When I was her age, I didn't even think about getting old.
Well, no, I mean sometimes when you're young, you have these moments of man,
Clarity.
I bet it'd be cool, to be that age.
I don't know if everybody says, I bet it'd be cool being older. Does anybody ever say that?
I don't
Emma,
think
you don't
so.
have to answer that.
I don't think so.
I did. I always thought it would be. I always thought there were some cool aspects to being an older person,
Mhm.
but maybe we're not as cool as the old people were back in our day, Sheila.
I don't
maybe,
think we are, because
maybe
that was
that's
one of the
the
best
problem.
generations,
Yeah.
our grandfather and grandma.
Absolutely. So you're preparing and been preparing for January 17th, and that's all the other fairs, fairs to the fairs.
Mhm.
Does everyone call it fairs to the fair? Okay, and so that's all 95 counties, right?
Not every county has a fair, or not every county sends a fair
There's
to
some
the
people
fair.
there's counties with ugly people in them.
No. Well, Jackson County doesn't have their fair, so Jackson County girls are able to compete for Putnam County.
Oh,
so
I see.
some counties
Her
that
reaction
join.
was so good. She's like, no, that
No,
is
that's
not
not
what I
it.
am saying.
Just some counties don't have their own fairs. So
I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean, I
I
don't
just
know.
loved it. She was so sweet. No.
Well, I don't know if maybe one county got together and go, I don't think we got it.
I don't think we got anybody worthy.
I don't think that
happens. Sometimes
happened.
it's just a small town and they
know,
don't.
but-
But that's what you're saying is funnier.
I mean, wouldn't that be, but I know it's not. I was just making a joke, and I understand. So, so not all 95, but
No.
almost all.
Well, there are 49 competing this year.
Okay.
So yes.
How do you? Well, I'll ask somebody.
Yeah, because that's not even close to 95.
Yeah. I bet. Well, I mean, that's how many counties we have in Tennessee.
Yeah, it
right?
is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, these other counties need to step up. Then it sounds like they're letting us all down.
Well, like I said, Jackson County is able to compete with Putnam County, so I'm sure there are several other counties that have combined fairs.
Okay. So even though their county might have a fair, they may just not have a fairest of the fair
Right.
competition, and then those counties let the other counties.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why she's from Cookeville, and then some of the winners
that
have been from
explains
Livingston or
Yes.
Jackson County.
That
Or
explains.
Yeah.
All right. That makes you feel good.
you're like, ooh, these other girls can compete.
Well, I mean, I was saying, how do we get from 95 to 49?
You just don't like. You're not having it, are you?
I just didn't know. I thought there would be I thought there'd be 95 young ladies there to compete against, and my gosh, that's a lot. 49 is a lot.
Yeah.
How do you get? I mean, have you met these other girls yet? And do you guys get along? Is it? Tell me about that dynamic.
Well, we had a workshop in November where we got all the information for a state, and we got to see the stage, and we got to practice.
Mm-hmm.
We got our order, what order we're in. But really, it was just a time to meet everyone and spend time with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a really great group of girls this year, and the competition's definitely going to be fierce.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm definitely prepared.
Where's this? Is it Nashville?
It's in Murfreesboro at the
well-
Embassy Suites.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Is the public invited to come to this? or-
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
Yes.
So if we wanted to, we could come and
We need to stack the house
bring air
for
horns
Emma.
and those things that you
Yeah.
twirl.
Be obnoxious so they will
Right.
know
Yeah.
she is our girl.
Well, just have the numbers there so the judges know. It could be a melee afterwards.
Yeah, right. They're like, we don't want to riot. We need to put Emma.
Right, yeah, we don't want to start a melee in Mazin. Done with it.
Would we embarrass you, or you want us to come?
No, absolutely. That would not be embarrassing at all.
She would love it, is what
Yes.
she's saying.
Yeah.
I invite everyone. It's going to be such a great convention this year. And besides the fair pageants, there's other things to do at the convention, like the trade show and the fair showcase. So there's plenty of things to do there.
Yeah.
That sounded great. Emma, thanks so much for coming in this morning. We appreciate it. I know it's cold and all that stuff. Dad, thanks for bringing it. We
Yeah,
appreciate it.
definitely.
It's Good Morning Cookeville with Jason and Sheila. Coming up tomorrow.
We hope we're going to talk to one of the guys from Upper Cumberland Reporter.
On it.
It could be bad weather. We're going to try to make it in and be here. But Matthew Chris from the Baxter Library and also the senior sitter in Baxter. We're planning on having him in too.
But if not, we'll be able to bring you the latest and what's going on with the weather, the roadways, and school closings and things like that. So we'll be here just to feed you some information and goof off with you a little bit tomorrow morning here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. Have a great rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
This is News Talk 107.7 and 1400, The Hub. Good Morning Cookeville, W299BY, 107.7 FM, and AM 1400, WHUB Cookeville.